Now, you've also, Hannah, heard me mention before about the animal part of our brain. I said a little bit about it earlier. What I'm really referring to is the subconscious part of our brains. And believe it or not, this is the part of our brain that runs us without us ever even realizing. Ask yourself, where do my thoughts come from? Have you ever thought about that? Why do you think the way that you do? Why do you have reactions that you do to situations in life? All of this comes from our subconscious, and the subconscious stores these automatic pre-programmed responses from the conditioning and life experiences that we have from the day we're literally born. Sources of this conditioning are many, right? Their parents, their family, their friends, school, culture, media, religion, just to name a few. And a lot of what we get from these sources is really good. But we can also pick up things that can be negative and affect our potential. And this is really kind of the dark side of the subconscious, because for all the power that it has, it's actually not that smart, in that it doesn't decide if the conditioning that it's received is truly in the best interest of you or the best thing for you or not. It just follows the programming. And that's why a person's mind can actually be their biggest obstacle to success, or their biggest asset to success, because whatever your subconscious is programmed to is where you end up. And so once we become aware to this fact, we can use it to our advantage and really change things. And there are two ways that I found to do this that really make the most difference. First, we must learn to live from true choice and not from programming from the past that may not be in our best interest. The best way to do this is to control our attitude. So your attitude is your inner game showing through to your outer game. And I often joke that I've not had a bad day in years. Why is that? Because a bad day only happens if I choose to let it happen. I control my attitude. So if I allow negativity and fear to impact it, that's my choice. Now, sure, just about every day, things don't go as planned, or life doesn't happen exactly as I want them to, or we want that to, right? But it's our choice and how we let it affect us. It's our choice how we react. And that brings me to the second thing you can do, which is a simple little practice that I started doing, about 20 years ago, when I learned about all of this around the subconscious. And I call it stop, ask, and choose. So let me explain that for a second. Stop, ask, and choose is it's kind of weird at first when you start doing it, because it's literally stopping yourself in the moment, asking yourself if the thought or the reaction that you're having is the right one, and then choosing how to move forward. So if you have a thought that all of a sudden you stop yourself and you're saying, gosh, do I want to think that? Is that what I should be thinking? And then you choose, maybe, no, that's not what I should be thinking. I should think this. Right? And then you move forward, right? You stop, ask, and choose. Now, the first few times that you do this, it is incredibly weird. It's awkward and everything else. But after doing it several times and continuing to do it, it gets easier and easier and easier. And it becomes almost a second part of you. It helps you become aware to these things in your life. And so when you start stopping and asking and choosing, it starts to reframe that subconscious and reframe those thoughts you want them to have. Again, it's extremely awkward at first. And for a lot of people, they won't do it. But if you do it, it does make a huge difference for you. So remember to stop, ask, and choose.